here to talk to you a little bit about writing a claim. So I kind of want to go through a little bit to share with you how we actually write claims and what you need to do for the process. So here's just a little piece for you. It says writing a claim. It's a statement that the writer is trying to prove. So you really have to prove why you're taking a side. It's a sentence to be argued because you know what? You might have one personal opinion about wearing school uniforms, say, and somebody else may have a different opinion. And that will get into a different part of tomorrow's lesson with counterclaims, Mrs. Stabluski. And you also really need to support your claim with evidence, like at least 3 pieces or more of evidence to support your claim. So in your claim, I want you to be sure to include the following, that it's clear, it's specific, it's to the point. Answer that prompt, whatever that prompt may be. You should be able to answer it and to support it with evidence. Provable. And then you got to pick a side, but you don't play both sides. So when you are picking a side, choose to stay on that side. However, your next step is going to be to write about the other side that the person may defer with you. So think about having a debate, like a presidential debate. This president might believe that these can be a huge factor in our economy. And a different person that's running against him or her might have a different view on that. So they have that presidential debate when they go for election in office. So you can think about that. You can think about how our officers ran for our student council. Think about how they were specific in their own speeches and tried to do what they wanted to do for our school. So I'm going to share with you a little video on writing it and having a little debate. And this is just a little piece where it might guide you a little bit as to what you can do as a writer.
Okay, today's first case was filed by the junior varsity cheerleaders against Owen Scott, the editor of the school newspaper. Who is speaking for the cheerleaders?
I am, Your Honor. We filed this complaint because of the terrible article in this week's paper that headlined, "Why We Don't Run Stories About Cheerleading on the Sports Page." We think cheerleading is a sport, and that the paper should write a correction. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Mr. Scott, what do you have to say about this?
The article is not about whether cheerleading is a sport. It only explains why we don't run stories about it on the sports page.
Let's take a look. Here's why we don't run articles about cheerleading on the sports page. 1, there are no final scores to report for cheerleading.
I'm just going to step it there for a minute. Just look how they have their details to support their thinking. So I want you to think about that as a writer, that you have your details and evidence to support your thinking and your reasoning.
There are no conference standings for cheerleading. Are those facts?
Facts?
Yes, a fact is something that can be proven to be true.
Then those are facts.
Let's continue. The stories that appear on the sports page should include scores and standings. Is that a fact?
It is, Your Honor.
It is not a fact. It is the opinion of the editor that the stories on the sports page should have scores and standings, but that is only his opinion.
Agreed. That is an opinion. It can't be proven true like a fact. Finally, it says here, last summer, a judge ruled that college cheerleading cannot be considered a sport. The part about the judge's ruling is indeed a fact. But the part where you say, it is unlikely cheerleading will ever be recognized, can that be proven true?
I guess not, but
it seems like you made a reasoned judgment here.
That's right. He drew his own conclusion based on the fact, but another person might not make the same reasoned judgment.
I rule for the cheerleaders.
We won! We won! Cheerleaders!
Do I have to write a retraction?
No. What you write in your paper is your business.
What? What does he have to do then?
Owen, I sentence you to perform with the junior varsity cheerleaders at the next basketball game.
Perform?
Yes, as in cheerlead. With the cheerleaders. I hope you're in good shape. I understand this is one tough sport. Or not a sport. Or whatever it is.
Cheer!
So when you are writing your claims, make sure it's really strong. Pull that reader into your piece. Really have that reader believe why you believe what you believe. Like, hey, it's to the point, and I believe that schools should or should not have uniforms because, but really like have a great story starter, have a great sentence starter in order for you to really flow with your writing. And tomorrow you'll hear a little bit more about counterclaims with Mrs. Stubluski. So I really hope you pay attention to this little piece right here. I'm hoping that it will guide you into writing your claim. All right. Have a great day. Bye.